What's up guys, Chasing Lamely here with episode number 40 of Welcome to Wroxham. And in today's episode we have an exciting FA Trophy tie for a place in the quarter-finals. Could there be a trophy coming this season? Crazier things have happened, I suppose. Anyway, like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff, leave them comments, and I'll see you on the other side of the intro. And so here we are then, let's talk about what's going on in the league. First of all, we are sitting on top of the league, 81 points to Altringham's 65. That's a good start for the episode. We're top of the league and 16 points clear, meaning promotion pretty much in the bag. 15 games to go. Can't see them getting a point more than us throughout the rest of the season. However, there are some new signings, so let's go and talk about them, shall we? So we got a new chairman halfway through the season, and that gave us a bit of cash to spend. Also, Amir Hughes decided to go and be a manager, so we had some space on our coaching staff, our under-18s coaching staff. I combined those two things, and I brought in Matty James. That Matty James that used to play for Manchester United, for Barnsley, for Leicester, for Coventry, and for Bristol City for his sins. A man who has been around the block, though, a few times. A solid midfielder at any level, can play centre mid, and does pretty well there. Can also be our defensive midfielder, and I'm pretty happy with him as a signing. We're paying him £250 a week, and he's coaching the kids, so it's all going to end up well. He looks very happy to be here. That's new signing number one, but there are others. Jaden Werner is a centre-half from Barbados, released by Norwich, our local sort of big club, I suppose. He looks like he's got some potential. He's been playing in the World Cup qualification matches, has 32 caps for Barbados and 2 goals. So he's a full-on international at 23 years old. He hasn't played for us yet, but he will make his way into the side in the near future. He does have some big potential, and hopefully we'll see some good things from Jaden Werner. Also coming to us from Norwich is Hayden Lindley, a central defender slash defensive midfielder. He has been playing as a defensive midfielder for us. Can kind of fill in at left back if we need him to, but we've got a lot of left backs. But aside from Norwich, he's also played for Newport County, for Aston Villa and for Manchester City. So a good pedigree for this kid. And hopefully we can get the best out of him going forward. Adding to our ex-Manchester United players, I'm sure Tayaden was at Manchester United in one version of the game. He doesn't appear to have been there in this version. Anyway, played for Ipswich and Fulham and Lincoln and Blackburn and Preston and Luton Town most recently. Tayaden was signed on a free. He's 27 years old, great defensive midfielder, but it can also play down the left-hand side as well, which just makes him very useful to have around. Good player, good at teamwork and work rate, good at tackling. He'll be a real boost to our sort of more defensive side of the midfield. Very determined, but that aggression scares me a little bit. He's played 6 games for us and booked twice, but he's also made 2 assists, so we can only hope he is going to come very good for us. And the last of the signings you're likely to see at least this season, he's going to be on the bench today. In fact, is Deshmir Demiri, a Kosovan under-21 international, 18 years old, signed from Fronikeli 74 of Kosovo. He was on a free. I like a free player. I like a striker. Can play on either wing. Probably doesn't have the pace to be playing on either wing, but that's by the by. I guess he is the more wing side playmaker. But who knows? Maybe that will come in beneficial. We'll find a tactic to make it work with him. But he is going to be on the bench today, so you'll get a first look at him. But let's have a look at what you've missed since we last played. We last had an episode, I should say. So it was Altrincham, the clash of the Titans, 1-1 draw. We beat Peterborough 1-0 goal from Valada Doken. We then beat Guiseley 2-0. Jaden Williams and Terrell Pennant on the score sheet. Telford we beat 2-1 with Jaden Williams and Valada Doken on the score sheet. Radcliffe we beat 2-1 with goals from Ben Cottrell and Matty James. We then beat Southport in the 3rd round of the FA Trophy. A goal from Jaden Williams, a goal from Matty James, a goal from Ben Cottrell. It's looking like that could be a dangerous combination of people to have in the goal-scoring department. 4-0 win over Leamington followed that with a hat-trick from Jaden Williams and a goal from Val Adedoken. We then beat Banbury 2-1 with goals from Matty James and Marcus Muir. A 6-1 win over Brackley Town. Terrell Pennant getting the first, Jaden Williams getting a hat-trick, Marcus Muir, the centre-half, getting himself a brace in an excellent performance there, it's got to be said. Farsley we drew 1-1 with, and Ben Cottrell got the only goal for us of that game. And we've just beaten Darlington 1-0 with Bradley Ibrahim getting the lone goal in that one, which brings us to this FA Trophy 5th round tie against Ebbsfleet. Ebbsfleet are currently in the National League South. They're 6th, so they are a pretty strong side all around. They could be a good challenge for us today, assuming the South is being slightly competitive this season. We've got Jazz Linton suspended, however, and Martin Kjelsrud-Vik is out with a gashed lower leg. Well, they've got Jake Forster-Kasky out, and I'm sure he's played at a decent level, so that could work out. He has. He's played for Oxford, everyone makes mistakes, but he's also been at Brighton and MK Dons and Charlton, and he's not going to be playing against us, which is a pretty good turnout for the books. So let's go see what the starting lineup looks like with all our new signings, and see if we can get ourselves into the quarter-final of the FA Trophy. And so, with a much stronger squad than we've had at any stage in this season, the starting lineup looks like this. Randy Straker starts in goal with Jeff Cotmuir, Shipley and Sturge, our familiar back four. Hayden Lindley is the defensive midfielder, with Matty James and Ibrahim ahead of him. Cottrell and Adadoka on the wings, Jaden Williams up top. On the bench, Louis Lomas, Osama Ashley, Tyre Eden, Deshmir Demiri and Terrell Pennant. Deshmir Demiri making his debut. He has only signed in the last couple of days. Matty James apparently taking the armband, probably a strong move. And what number are we going to give to Deshmir Demiri? Do we have a striker number available? We have a number 9 available. Beautiful. We'll give him the number 9, and hopefully he'll start as he means to go on. So the dressing room will be on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me, is what we're going to say. And no one cares. Not a single soul has cared. So make a difference, make me proud is the next way we're going to go for this. And hopefully we will get out there, make a difference and make someone proud. Let's look at the match preview. There's a couple of names on the team sheet I know I recognise. Andy Cook I recognise from somewhere. I think he may have played for Oxford at some stage, off the top of my head. Played for Bradford, played for Barrow, played for Workington. Maybe there's a different Andy Cook. Who knows, who cares? He's managing them today. In terms of players though on the pitch I recognise, Faisal Batache is a name I recognise. Played for Oldham, played for QPR, played for Stevenage, played for Ebbsfleet of course. And I've probably managed him at some stage. I have a weird feeling I've had him in a team on a save at some stage. Otherwise, of course, we'll stick with the pictures to start off with. Grant Horton. He has had a weird career, I think it's safe to say. Worcester, Bromsgrove, Yates, Chippenham, Bath, Bohemians, Cheltenham and Ebbsfleet. So he's been around the block a little bit, I suppose, for a player at this level. And then Jordan Piggott's a name I recognise, and I can't work out where I recognise it. Has he played for someone I have managed previously? Was it West Brom? That might explain it, or Dundee could explain that as well. Been a bit of a non-league sort of jobber, really, which is nice, I guess. For him, we'll see. Anyway, no one else in that team I recognise, so that's the thing. Rob Street's not the one that was at Crewe, is he? Because I remember there being a Street at Crewe that was good. No, he played for Crystal Palace. Okay, cool. He's not prolific, so we're not going to worry about him. Let's just kick this one off. So, Ebbsfleet are in the red, we are in the blue, of course, and hopefully we'll be winning this one quite nicely to get ourselves to the quarterfinal. It'll be nice to pick up a trophy, even if it is just the FA Trophy. Throw in for us then, and it's with Sturge to Lindley into the box. Ibrahim picks up the ball, goes across. Cottrell is there off the post. Adadokan there to finish off the move, however. And Val Adadokan has been popping up with a lot of goals this season. Our wingers have been threats all season. Ibrahim's been a threat all season. We've just had goals flying in from all over the place, if we're completely honest. Cottrell did well. Molden pushed it into the path of Adadokan. I thought it came off the post. Perspective, I guess, is a wonderful thing. Either way, Adadokan scores. We're a goal up, and is the quarter-final beckoning in this FA Trophy. Throw in now with Sturge on the near side to Shipley, who has picked up a booking. To Lindley, who has also picked up a booking. That's always a good sign. Gives it away though. Batache on the ball. Piggott to McGregor. McGregor plays it through, but Sturge will pick that one up all day. Lays it off back to Straker in our goal. Some time to regroup, and now it's Marcus Muir, a man who's been on some decent goal-scoring form. To Matty James, Cottrell, Jeff got over the top. Not sure who he's looking for because Jaden Williams was never getting there, and Horton picks that one up. Henderson now on the ball for Ebbsfleet. McGregor in over the top. Sturge picks it up again. Back to Straker. Straker, first time deep. Has he seen a run? He sort of saw of Madadokan. Ibrahim picks up the ball and finally finds Madadokan. Are we going to make it 2-0 here? Cut back to Ibrahim. Cahill gets across him. It's going to be a penalty. I don't know what for. It's a sketchy one. We'll be honest. That's a bit of a dodgy penalty call. And Matty James steps up, the captain today, to score from the penalty spot. His fourth goal for Brockton this season since joining. Does a little dance to celebrate. Matty James looking like he just wants to take over Ben Cottrell's role of being the penalty taker, which is, I suppose, how that's gone. But, you know, 2-0 up, cannot complain. Let's see if we can get 3, shall we? So goal kick, Straker to Shipley, back to Straker, who's given it away to McGregor. What on earth was Randy Straker playing at? What was he playing at? What was he thinking? Like, Shipley, sure, gives the ball back to him, but take a moment, play it short, I don't know, anything but what you did. That huge mistake from Randy Straker. And we've got a free kick now. Cottrell takes it, whips it. Oh, what a goal for Ben Cottrell. His 15th goal of the season, 30 yards out, free kick into the net, and all of a sudden we can forget all about Randy Straker's mistake. What a finish. What a finish. It says Ben Cottrell tried to test the keeper, and the keeper was nowhere near it. If that was the exam, he failed it by not showing up. And Straker now to Muir, to Shipley. Lots of yellow cards on the pitch. I'm not sure I like that. Lindley puts the ball forward looking for Williams. Plays it up for Ibrahim. Williams on the ball again. He's through. Can he score again? He can't score this time. Williams to Madadokan. No, and Madadokan over the bar. We're looking very, very dangerous at this point in the game. And looking dangerous is half the battle. We've had a lot of shots so far, so I'm happy. Pretty strong stuff. We're going to tell Lindley and we're going to tell Shipley and we're going to tell Marcus Muir to avoid getting sent off, because it would be nice if we could finish this game with 11 men on the field. I don't want to have to use my substitutions on replacing players who are just in a strop. As Batache now on the ball to Cisse, to Street. Are they going to come straight back at us? They tried, but Lindley is there. Cottrell now on the ball. Ben Cottrell, after scoring an excellent free kick, gives it away to Henderson, gets it back, gives it away again. Henderson, though, plays across the ball looking for Bright Sturd, can't get it in the air. Shipley will get there, but he gives it away to Street. McGregor is there. And what was that defending? It's like we came out in the second half thinking we'd already won the game. I mean, the half-time oranges were a clue, boys. We're not there yet. We are not home and dry. And there are still 40 minutes to play, so let's keep our focus. Thrown for Ebbsfleet. Cisse will take it down the line for Street. Way too much space there. Henderson is through. James makes the tackle. Cottrell only going to play it as far as Bright, though. Bad defending again. Shipley to Madadokan. I've just sent on Eden to play as the defensive midfielder just because Lindley was having a bit of a bad game as well as his yellow card. Ball goes deep. Straker will pick that up. Can he find the right pass here? Don't give it away this time, buddy. We're going to Jeffcott, ideally. Ideally to Jeffcott. You've lost the chance to get it to Jeffcott. You've had to go long. Was a mistake, but Ibrahim heads it on to Williams. Jaden Williams is through. Can he score? Jaden Williams, I don't know how he managed to miss that. Cottrell back into the mixer. Ibrahim can't put it away. We are looking threatening, and Hayden Lindley got picked up a knock just before he came off, so doubly good choice taking him off there as Muir heads away the free kick. Henderson now. What can he do down the line? Can we get the ball off of him? Henderson puts the cross in. Street is there. Oh, they're going to give us a game in their second half. Rob Street, I don't know who he climbed over for that one. I'm guessing Muir, because that should have been Muir in that position. Yeah, he's out jumped Jeffcott. That's what's happened. Okay, that's fine. We're going to do a focus shout. We're going to tell the boys to pay attention to what's going on around them. Hopefully they'll listen and things won't go terribly wrong. Jaden Williams, boy, should have scored by now, and I don't know why he hasn't. It's a bit of a confusing situation. And I'm still looking at those defenders, thinking, is one of them going to do something stupid and get themselves sent off? It's not out of the realms of possibility as Jeffcott joins the ranks of those on yellow cards. Jeffcott's not had a great game anyway. So I think we're going to send Louis Lomas on a right back just to give us that little bit of security. Cottrell's going to win this, is he? No, Cisse wins it. Lawler gives it away. Ibrahim on the ball. Can Ibrahim score? He's quite good when he has it in the box. I thought he was going to fall for Williams when he lost it. It didn't quite fall for him. Muir is starting to tire out as well, which is a slight concern. He'll see out the 90 minutes, but you know, he's probably going to need a day off or two after this game just to let him rest up a little bit. I think what we're going to do, though, is we're going to take a gamble and stick in Dashmir Demiri, our new striker, up top for Jayden Williams. Jayden Williams, of course, not having the best game of his life today. And I think I want to see what Dashmir Demiri can do in that place up top. Free kick, though, for Ebbsfleet. Antonio puts the ball into the box, cleared by Ibrahim. Only as far as Antonio again. James looked like he looked slightly interested, headed away. Ibrahim gets his head to it. Adedoku now on the ball. Plays it long. I mean, Dashmiri was never going to get there, or Demiri, sorry, is never going to get there. Piggott back into there, playing long ball. Long ball football. We love it at this level. Piggott to Henderson, ball over the top. Looking for McGregor, finds him because the defenders aren't talking to each other, and Street's got into the back post. And it's 3-3. And suddenly we have to pretend that we are knowing how to play football again. I don't want to see the replay of that. I just want us to get back into the game. Randy Straker is having an absolute nightmare. And Theo Eden not necessarily impressing us in his first game on camera. But such is life. I can always make some changes down the line. I think there's a replay at hand if we get there to the 90 minutes without conceding again and without scoring again. And if there is, that'll be the next episode. So let's not think there's going to be any surprises coming. And we're about halfway through the 5 minutes of injury time. I don't know if we're going to get a late highlight here. I think this one is just going to go and tick away for a final whistle. But a 3-3 draw and a replay back at home absolutely could be something special for the next episode. I'm going to have to put out the strongest team I can and hope for the best again. We didn't get the result. Sure, be happy we created many chances. Yada, yada, yada. Good stuff. We need a good result, though, next time out. We need some more players to perform. We need Jayden Williams to be looking excited and interested. I am going to rest as many of these players between now and the replay as I can, purely because we've got the breathing room in the league if there's a league game, and also because I don't know if Ebbsfleet will be that smart. So we've made it back. It looks like our next game is going to be that replay in the Cup against Ebbsfleet in 4 days. So that is always a good turnaround. I'm going to make sure, before I completely forget and end the episode, let's make sure we have rested all of our players, because if we don't, we'll be in trouble with 2 suspended for next time out as well. Shipley and Jeffcott, that's not a good look for any of us. The other players who are tired will have rested by then, I hope, because they played in a youth team game. We'll give them 3 days rest, and that should be happy days to get us through to the next cup tie. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I have, as always, been Chasing Lanely. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave comments, and share with your friends. All that good stuff. I'll be back on Friday with that replay, and until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you very soon. Have a good one.